Do the fucking intro!
I was just seeing how long I could get it for.
God, Paul. You are a menace to society.
This is going to be a bad one.
Oh, yeah.
We're recording quite a lot later than we usually do, in the week and at night.
I haven't made any notes.
We usually record this Saturday night at about 7. It's
Sunday at
nearly 10 on a Sunday.
I've just got home from work. I've lost my mind a little bit. I've been calling everything safe and telling everyone to stay safe. I'm currently wearing a high-vis jacket.
I've been at work 5 days straight, and I've had to write a risk assessment this week to do scouting.
I've been
not joking. To restart scouting face to face, I have to write a risk assessment about all of our COVID procedures that we're setting up. Send that to the next person in my chain of command, who has to approve it, and then send it to the next person in their chain of command.
Hey, that sounds pretty risky.
You should assess it.
Which is a slight pain in the arse. But yeah, shall we start properly now?
Do you know what gives me a beast below?
Oh.
We've still not done the intro.
The Shobocast, episode 7.
Someone intro.
Right. Hello and welcome to the Shobocast, episode 7. With me, Paul.
I'm Dan.
I'm Cameron.
And I'm staying safe.
I had a good one this week, but I forgot it, so I just had to panic and use my real name. But I had what was it?
I like how in this it's evolved into second Dan not giving his name as Dan and doing a stupid joke, and me at the end when I did my Twitter not giving my real Twitter.
Yeah.
I think the best running jokes are ones you explain in the 7th episode.
It's fine. People will forget, and this bit can get cut. Since we've done like the free ramble bit before we started recording, how has everyone's weeks been before we have to pad this out a bit more?
Well, I was in work today, and for 8 hours.
Oh yeah, you punched your phone.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh yeah, you seen that? Well, that took me 10 minutes to record. Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, because do you know the scene in the Joker where he's dancing in the bathroom? I was doing that.
There's 3 of those. Like he does that about 3 times.
It's the one. Yeah, it's the first time. Yeah. Do you know after he murders them 3 men?
Oh yeah. Spoilers Spoilers for 2019's Joker, by the way. We should put that at the start of the podcast.
So I was doing a version of that, and by that I mean I was trying to do that, but I can't dance to the tune of Brendan, while I was stood in a cupboard behind where the tills are, while the shop was full of customers that I was ignoring. And it took me 10 minutes, and then I thought, you look like a gimp in that video. So I got quite annoyed, and then just filmed myself punching the camera instead. And that video is 4 seconds long.
I think you're ill, Paul. I think you're ill.
I was just bored, Dan. I was so bored. I spent about half an hour near the end looking for different places to sit. There was 2. 8 hours is too much.
And so Paul's been punching his phone. Dan has been going insane wearing a high-vis jacket that looks pink to us, but is apparently orange.
But it is
I'm
pink.
safe. I'm staying safe.
It's branded with View Cinemas, so I'd hope it's orange because they're
safe.
orange.
Stay
We are
safe.
orange.
Control the virus. Save lives, or whatever the slogan
Protect the
is.
NHS, all that bollocks.
Whoa!
You been up to anything interesting other than
Tory there, Cameron? Can't afford that with your accent.
What?
I do not vote Tory. I live in a Tory constituency, but I do not vote Tory.
Oh,
I live in
same
the
constituency as the Tory.
I live in the only Labour constituency in Scotland.
My constituency has been Conservative for the last 110 years.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I've had a good week.
My MP is the Chancellor of the Exchequer.
I've been reading I've already told you, but I've been reading Planet of the Daleks.
Well, you've not told the listeners, have you?
I've been reading Planet of the Daleks.
Hello, listeners.
It's fine. I've been mostly doing a lot of admin for the podcast, like putting a new advert up on Instagram, which you can go and view for your viewing pleasure.
If you just like your eyes,
Just
you
thought
go
I'd
look
let
at
you
that.
know, Dan.
What?
I've just
Which-
received a message saying that I've misspelled head, when in fact it's you that runs the Instagram, so I've misspelled that.
Yeah, I did that and then noticed it and thought, nah, I'm keeping that in.
We'll
The
blame
app
Paul
itself
anyway.
is
Fair
terrible.
play.
You can't, like when you're texting, you can you can jump to the middle of the text or to the start, whatever. You can't do that on that Comic Creator app. So I made the spell mistake because it didn't pick up my A, and I was like, okay, and I was like, I'm not going all the way back because you have to get rid of every character. Apart
I'm
from
sure
that, though, it's
having an ad
flawless.
with a spelling mistake in, though, sort of encapsulates our entire
Did they
thing.
not realise the spelling mistake
Shit.
on the front cover?
What?
It just says Shobocast.
Oh yeah.
I thought that would have been
Wait.
more obvious.
Oh, this is an absolute shit show of a podcast.
This is giving me a
well,
beast below.
it's about to get worse because Dan's about to do the news.
Okay, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, I
The
forgot
news
to
that he
do the
spent
news.
all week preparing.
I forgot to do
Why
the
is
news.
Clara
this
holding
week.
an axe?
Why is that one of the options in this comic
It
creator?
was just one of the
Is that
accessories. so I
a
just chose
reference to me having an axe in the cupboard next to me?
it.
Did you
There
have
was
what?
no thought put into it at all.
This comic creator. We did
And how
not
is
know
Dan
you
now
had this axe.
Confused
This-
about that. I've gotten it out on camera before.
The
This
little-
comic-
I'm tired, Cameron. I'm tired.
This
But
comic
yeah,
creator
the
gives me,
news. With our new news jingle.
Yeah, so Oh, there's a new news jingle.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dan will insert it here.
here you go.
It's really beautiful. I love it. The news.
Wasn't that the best thing you ever heard?
I
Wow,
It is really good.
When it's just lovely.
didn't
That-
realize how much I said until I listened to that.
That gave me a beast below.
Oh,
That's the
original
fourth
joke.
time you've made that joke.
At some point, it's going to stop being funny, but then you're going to keep doing it.
I don't think it
It's
ever
going to
was.
become. It's going to
Like
become
this
funny.
podcast.
Did any of you ever
No.
play the EastEnders dress-up game?
Oh, this is what?
This is in the
Fuck you on
news.
about? Paul,
Did I
shut
ever
Game
up.
I'd
dress
play in
up
primary
as-
school.
And-
But
Paul,
the
shut
style,
up.
the style reminds me of the Instagram comic that Dan used.
Paul,
You got to
Shut up.
dress up Phil Mitchell in women's clothes and stuff. It was very fun.
so I normally every week I put a lot of time and effort into collating the news,
Lots of
and
other
having a
Including
love,
this week.
having a lovely Word document with a bunch of bullet points and information and links to the
to the,
sources and maybe
like I do
pictures
with
if it's
trivia.
necessary. Yeah, and this
Ah.
week we started recording, and I realised I hadn't done the news, and for that I apologise.
You've
It's
let us
fine,
all
though. It's
down,
football
though.
anyway.
I'm
Right.
genuinely
So
ashamed
what
of
did we
myself.
have?
I've very quickly found a couple bits of news. So let's get in that. Let's do that. You want to do that? Let's do
Yeah.
that.
We need padding.
News. What have you done, Dan? Dan?
Sorry. I opened a second can of cider and it sprayed all over my second monitor. So I was cleaning it up, and then I looked into the webcam from the edge of the screen, and it's got a fisheye effect. So I pulled this face, and it made me really laugh. And then I knocked. I have a Dalek that's been disassembled on my desk, so I just knocked the base and all of the screws and stuff that go into it on the floor. And because I'm in bare feet, I now have to pick everything up while you carry on with your news or whatever it was you were talking about.
Yeah.
So
We've
go
really
ahead.
fucked it this week, haven't we?
Yeah.
So first bit of news. The the Time Lord Victorious little teaser.
Yeah, skip that. What's next?
What?
If we skip that, there's only one other bit of news, Dan.
Fine by me.
Nah.
Go on.
We don't have room to skip.
So yeah, the teaser. That's the. Just
There was
to
a Dalek.
clarify, this is the trailer with the Dalek turning its eye and then looking directly down the camera, going, "The Doctor is evil," which to all Daleks he is. So what's new here?
That was a
Time
great
Lord
trailer.
Victorious.
It
What's
was
new here? It's a Dalek calling the Doctor evil. We've known that for 57 years.
It's a Dalek warning
Yeah.
the universe about him.
Yeah.
I stink.
It's
We
fine.
can
No one can
you.
smell you.
No, but I have to.
Oh,
Right, mess is cleared up. Don't worry.
I was so worried. Thank God.
It's alright.
So,
The
what
show
did
is
you guys
safe.
think of the trailer then?
Not much.
I thought it was a trailer. It's fine. Not
It was-
interested in Time Lord Victorious anymore.
It clarifies so little.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I've read the first issue of the comic, and I still don't know what Time Lord Victorious is.
Yeah, same.
It's a multi-platform.
Like you keep
method
saying
of
that.
storytelling.
It keeps meaning nothing.
I don't know.
Um,
It's not right.
No, it was about
Right.
30 seconds. There's nothing else to say about it. Should we move on?
If you want to
Yeah.
know people's thoughts, good videos on people's thoughts on anything Time Lord Victorious related, just check Paul's channel. That's where we'll
You know-
probably cover it.
Yeah. Do you know, speaking of that trailer,
Yeah.
do you remember that one scene in Resolution? And I love Resolution, yeah, I'm not shitting on it. But,
Well, you don't
when,
dislike any episode, do you, Paul?
well, no. But, like, I especially love Resolution, yeah. But do you know that one scene where you see the
Not
Dalek
the same as
land?
Dan.
Where you see the Dalek land, and it looks very unrendered, like
A
CGI.
bit with the tank.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, when it gets to shooting the tank bit, it looks fine, but it's just as
Oh.
it lands, it looks dodgy.
The bit where the missile.
like, do you know the Dalek in this teaser just looked better? Like, than that scene, this Dalek looks better, and it's for a teaser for some books.
This is a teaser for some books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madness.
Do you want to move on to the next bit of news?
I'd love to.
Go
Isn't
ahead.
it also
Spoilers.
Time Lord Victorious? Though?
It's Time Lord Victorious.
No. Come on, you're pulling our leg, Dan.
There's
There
no,
won't be
there's
more.
no, there's no
There'll be
fucking
more
news.
Time Lord Victorious news. Surely not.
The news is that the first issue of the comic has come out. We
What?
finally got.
When?
Shut up, Paul. We finally got a little grubby teeth on on
What?
a bit on grubby teeth. We've got them around a bit of Time Lord Victorious content.
Your grubby teeth.
Yeah.
That gives
We've
me a
sunk
Your
our-
or your our grubby teeth.
We've sank our grubby mitts.
Yours
into
and
it as well.
Paul's grubby teeth.
Teeth.
Some people are still waiting for Forbidden Planet to pull their fucking finger out.
Oh,
Some
you've not
people
got
just
it yet,
haven't
have you?
ordered it.
You've not got it yet.
I
have you?
pre-ordered the fucker in it. Oh,
They, mu-
in
they,
July.
they must know you live in a Tory area.
Cameron, I decided I wanted it on the same day that I went and bought it.
You live 5 minutes away from a Forbidden Planet store. I live an hour away by train.
Just have a little walk, you know.
Should have moved closer. You should have knew this was coming.
Just walk down. Look, it's just here. It's just here.
Fuck you.
I got mine
so this
digitally,
is-
and then I'm
so
going to
this
get the
is-
trade physically.
It's issue 1 of what is it? Defender of the Daleks.
Oh. Shall we
That's
all do
alright.
a Dalek impression?
Go for it.
No.
You are an enemy of the Daleks.
That gives me a beast below.
The best I can do.
By the way, I finished my Lego TARDIS. I don't know if I showed anyone.
Aw,
It's done.
Wow. The listeners can all see.
what a lovely bit of content for audio.
It's alright, I'll cut it out, probably.
And here's the official one for comparison.
Oh, that's over there.
Yeah. Bit jealous.
So really, Dan, yours is just a bit shit.
It's got printed pieces. I'm not sure if that bit the St. John's ambulance is a sticker or not. I can't remember.
No,
I'm
that's
pretty
a
sure
piece of-
it's with stickers.
That's a piece of Lego. That sticker. Dan's actually not coming back.
If you want to know our thoughts on that issue of Time Lord Victorious,
Oh.
Paul, do you want to plug it?
Yeah. Oh, will it be out? Yeah. Yeah, it'll be out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. This was me saying yeah, it'll be out, and then arguing with myself in my head out loud. So.
Oh yeah, we all heard
So
that.
yeah, yeah. Because when I said yeah, dead high pitch, that I was like, where am I going with this? And then that was just. So let's take it from the top. So
Come on,
yeah,
you can do it, you can do
this because I was like it'll be out Monday, and then I thought that this comes out Monday, but then I thought this won't be out Monday because we're recording it now, and then I went yeah. So yeah, so it should be out tomorrow. Well, will it be out? It should be out tomorrow because I've literally only got to stitch the middle video with the intro and outro, and then upload it. So it should come out tomorrow.
Have you
At the
going to say
start,
what
we
it is?
Well, oh yeah, did we not? It's
I
a
don't know,
Shobocast
actually.
I
review.
think it's implied by the fact we're talking about Time Lord Victorious comics
Yeah, so
Part
it's
one.
a Shobocast review of Defender of the Daleks Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
And at the start we say it's going to be a quick one, and it's 30 minutes long. So
It's 30 minutes long. Oh,
I'm pretty
no.
sure we said that
I
about
couldn't
Out
believe
of
it
Time
either.
as well.
we did say that about Out of Time, and that was 26 minutes long.
And then you were like,
So yeah,
you stayed on the Discord for like 2 hours afterwards because they came and invaded.
yeah.
But
So
any more
You-
news?
no, you. Oh wait, there. This
I'm-
week, when you're currently hearing this,
Mm-hmm.
One Fantastic Scene will premiere. The series. So,
I
my
still need
video
to
will be
watch
done
my
by
scene.
then, obviously. Dan Cameron and Dan are probably making a video on it.
We're
if we
going to
get
do a little
time.
thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Wait.
plenty of other channels making videos, like big ones. Like bigger
And you
than-
can find
bigger
the
than
entire
both of these
playlist
channels.
here.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know if we can
Cameron's-
actually link it
Cameron's like motioning upwards, like we can see him.
in
Um,
the top corner of the screen.
It'll be in the description or as a tag, probably. But yeah, Christopher
Dan,
Eccleston
stop
isn't in
looking
it,
depressed.
but is Dan not coming back?
Where's he gone?
I
But
swear,
yeah.
he's just
Oh.
just
Oh,
off screen.
Hello. Hello.
What a seamless return!
So yeah, we're doing One Fantastic Scene, but
Another-
basically the three of us combined
Are
can
doing
probably
one
make-
video.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
can't make ones individually, and you know.
Yeah, like me and Dan don't have YouTube channels, and your one is just full of music.
Yes, and other things at some point. And
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's finally releasing his Vor collection.
he's he's
do you know what-
finally.
do you know what I say to
It's
that?
not Lenny
Paul?
Henry.
Do you know what that gives me?
What? A
Don't
beast
you
below.
fucking say it.
That gives me a beast below. So
I do actually have another bit of news, to be honest.
No, I've got a bit of news as well.
Oh.
One more bit of news. This is an article from Wigan Today.
Doctor Who experimented on.
An article from Wigan.
One of those. kinds.
Meet the Wigan man with possibly the biggest Doctor Who memorabilia collection on
oh
the planet.
no, we're not talking about him.
Right, so
I'm sorry, I'm just.
I
not,
have an
no.
axe and a lot of knives, and I also have a balaclava somewhere. Do you want to go rob his house?
No, I don't want to get near that man.
Dan, just so we have on record, are you drunk?
Tiny bit.
Do you want to answer that question?
Sorry, I need to Google something. Carry on. We're not talking about the Wigan guy.
No, Dan, you're on Bing. He is drunk. Oh,
Yeah, I must
yeah,
be
I
because I
have-
just forgot how to type Doctor Who. I've been
I
doing that
have-
since I was young.
Equipment in my house, shall we say? Do you just want to go rob his house? we
Mr.
can then have
Wigan.
the largest collection of Doctor Who memorabilia.
Yeah.
Robbers Madam Two Swords Dalek.
Why have a
That-
wax Dalek when you can buy a real one online for like
It's
a
not a
grand?
wax Dalek. It's a design. It's a lifestyle.
Utter shit show.
Right. So the last bit of news, potential news. is I
There we go,
managed to
here we
get
go.
Sean Dingwall, who plays Pete Tyler,
Hell yeah.
involved in one fantastic scene.
Hell yeah.
But to what capacity, I don't know. But when he sends me, I'll know, and then you'll know because I'll post it. So, yeah, that'll be a thing that happens just after one fantastic scene.
And do you know what
So-
that is?
Look forward to that. What?
Fantastic.
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 Absolutely
Fantastic.
fantastic. And you know what?
Fantastic. So are
Perfect.
you.
So's the beast
So was
below.
I.
Oh, what a seamless segue. But
No, it's not,
first,
'cause there's
I-
another news segment.
Is there?
Yeah, check the news chat. Paul, I'll let you take this one. You usually do
What have
these
you
ones.
done? Fuck off.
Right, so. Oh, Dan, I could never do that.
It's 10:15 at night. Why the fuck are we doing this to ourselves?
Dan, right. Yeah, wait there, I'll have to open it because
No,
I can't
it's-
see the
it's-
full thing.
Doctor Who.
What? It says, ER, Doctor Who happened upon a crash scene is credited with saving lives. Or life of a country sheriff or something. The end's cut off.
County Sheriff.
Oh, sorry, wait there. Take it from the top, guys. ER, Doctor Who happened upon a crash scene is credited with saving the life of driver hit by Sacramento deputy. You're my favourite deputy.
Just the way
That's
you
my,
said ER Doctor, it sounded a bit Yorkshire. It's just like ER Doctor.
Yeah.
Glorious.
That's the funniest
wait
that
there.
joke has ever been.
Wait there. ER, Doctor, you ready?
What are you doing now?
ER, Doctor, I'm Ryan.
Do you reckon if we just
I'm
force
gonna-
it out,
gonna get
we
it.
can get into
Wow,
the top
Cameron,
conversation
you're
and
something
stop
cheap
Paul?
over there. I'll start again.
Oh,
Dan, what
no,
was your
no,
thoughts on A Beast Below?
Don't
No, we're
start
not doing
again.
that yet.
Beast Below is
Don't start again.
it's
No,
quite
I'm
a good
starting
story. I've
Well,
I've got huge nostalgia for that era of the show because I was so
Before we get into that,
enthusiastic for it.
I want to sincerely apologise.
I really like the messages behind the episode, and I think that
Are we getting into that now?
nah, there's probably still more.
There's
Dan,
not
you
more.
were
There's
so-
nothing else.
I just want to go to
There's
bed.
nothing else. I just want to eat my pasta.
You're making pasta
Have
again.
you still not had tea?
I've no.
Do it
I
now.
got it straight from work.
Did you not eat at work?
I was only a 4-hour shift, so I didn't have a break. Yeah, no, but I made some pasta before, and I've got it simmering now. So by the time we've done with that, it would have simmered for a while.
I was going to sing a song lyric then, and then I realised there's no song lyrics.
Oh, this is not entertainment. This is not entertainment.
This is a bad episode.
This is the opposite of content.
Dan's half cut.
10 con?
What?
Opposite of content. I was trying to spell it backwards in my head, but it just flipped around the
That's
second
that's the
half
time
of the
code
word.
I'm going to include. That's going to be in the description. The time code, and then just.
That was so much fucking... Oh, the delay on you
is this-
saying that was
It's the movie Tenet.
10 costs. Oh,
20 minutes at night. We're
Oh.
drinking.
Should
is
we talk
glorious.
about an
And
episode
we've
of
not
Doctor
been at
Who?
work.
Because Dan definitely started recording.
I've been
I don't like
recording
the
for
look of this game.
about 25 minutes, and I'm not going to cut a single bit.
Oh, here's a bit of news. Here's a bit of news.
Oh,
Do you remember Ed and Oucho?
Yes.
They've replied to my comment on their YouTube channel.
oh, I know. Yeah,
So did anyone watch Transmission Impossible?
No.
I do not know what you're on about. I thought you meant the fashion people then.
What? No, the CBBC presenter Ed
What
Petrie.
fashion
and the
people are you
Protectors.
on about?
Do you want to
Look
get
at his
into that, Dan?
Twitter.
Oh no! Oh,
I don't get
I'm
it.
being
Check
I'm being
oh, no,
catfished by
after that.
I'm being
Yeah.
catfished by a Canadian fashion brand, but that's another story.
No, we should talk about that.
No,
Is
we
that 'cause
shouldn't.
We
Should we
should
talk about it
really,
after the episode?
really milk that for a whole segment, just to get the episode nice and long.
Anyway, when oh fucking hell. They had a show called Transmission Impossible on CBBC, and I sent a picture into it, and it got shown. And they've slowly been re-uploading every episode of Transmission Impossible to their YouTube channel. And I commented saying, "Oh, that photo's mine." Some other stuff, and they've replied, and they've said, "Always lovely to hear that we helped make a memory like that."
What's Transmission Impossible?
Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
It's not. It doesn't matter. Do you want to
Just
talk
remember
about an
that
episode
show?
of Doctor Who?
Do you remember that? I can link this back, by the way. Do you remember that show with the robots? It was like
Bamzuki.
I'm not sure whether it was. I'm not sure
Bamzuki.
whether it was a scripted show or whether it
Bamzuki.
was like Jungle Run.
Bamzuki.
And that them two
Is it-
robots were played by Mitchell and Webb in Doctor Who.
Bamzuki.
Is it like
They were also in
21,
the Sarah Jane Adventures.
2110 or something?
2110,
Yeah.
that was it.
Ah,
He's on a
Bamzuki.
boat in a lake.
Yeah, and there was
Fuck
robots.
Bamzuki.
Banzuki Brian!
I
How do you not
thought
know
it was that
Bamzuki?
because he was so confident. But it just
Nah!
wasn't.
Banzuki Brian. Brilliant show. Got Brian Blessed on, shouting.
But
How do
yeah,
you not know what Bamzuki is?
Me? Fucking hell, I'll Google it. Shall I?
Bit like Takeshi's
Fucking
Castle sort of thing.
Bamzuki.
No, not at all. What?
Bamzuki.
Am I just getting my shows confused?
What the fuck's this?
It's one where the kids made the little.
Do you know
What
what
is
show?
that?
Cameron, do you know which show you can't get confused?
A Beast Below?
Doctor Who.
Let's talk about Doctor Who.
Why the fuck did you think
The
it was
least
Bamzuki?
confusing show in the world.
Paul,
Right,
Paul, I think
don't
it was a
have a go.
joke.
Look at this one.
Paul,
That is the
Paul,
most phallic
Paul.
Bamzuki I've ever seen. Can you send that to the Discord? I'll put it on Instagram.
Do you know what I thought it was when I first seen it? Well, apart from a penis.
A Bamzuki.
Do you remember them?
Did you think it was a beast below?
I thought it
Star
was like
Whale.
a weird sexual hex bug or something. Like someone with a hex bug fetish.
Is it a
Is it
hex
a
bug?
hex bug?
No, it's a penis Banzuki.
Oh, the claws of capitalism are deep in us today.
The claws of Axoth.
Oh, damn, that has to be
And the
opening
caves of
quote. The claws of
Megalodos.
capitalism.
I was trying to remember my own joke.
Doctor Who and the claws of capitalism.
No, we're having Doctor Who and the Caves of Megalodos.
Should we talk about an episode of Doctor Who?
I think
Yeah,
we should.
Doctor
I
Who and the
think
Caves of Megalodos.
that will
I
make me
feel
feel
like
sane
someone
again.
with notes on the Beast Below should lead.
What are we
Right.
talking about this week?
I was planning on rewatching it and
It's
making
the Beast
notes
Below.
because I watched it
So-
the other day just to enjoy it.
My
So-
first note I've got on Belief.
The Ballista below. A
The
Ballista
Beast
below.
Below.
On the Beast Below,
The Beast below.
I put my teeth back in now. At the start, it's got a creaking noise of the ships that they do quite a lot with the spaceships when it pans, and it's the same noise that they use for the Titanic in Voyage of the Damned.
Huh.
Reference.
Why are you doing trivia so early, Cameron? This isn't how we kick it off.
It's just because it's the first note on the page. It may still be from trivia, I can't remember.
What are your overall thoughts of this episode?
Yeah.
Very good.
It's a solid
Good episode.
8, 9
Do
out
you
of
know
10.
what? I'd love to see the star whales in an episode where they're not being tortured.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one of
They've
them.
only ever appeared to be
No, there's
tortured,
two.
though.
Yeah, there's one
Is
in
there?
Torchwood,
You can't
Yeah,
go back in
meat.
time
It's
to when there were more
alive.
of them.
and it's being peeled for meat. And then as it heals, they peel the meat off it again. And it's still alive while they're doing it. And then Owen has to shoot it in the head at the
It's
end.
very
or something.
sad.
It's very sad.
Huh.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of happiness, I don't recommend watching Torchwood.
Yeah.
No,
So
we're
what's
going to
the
have to talk
happiness
about torture
control
on this
instead?
at some point.
Or smile.
Alright, thanks
But,
for listening to
yeah,
Shobocast number 7.
Really good
That's all
episode,
from
and
us.
it does set up some quite good world building for Matt Smith's era, and also then Stephen Moffat's by extension to that.
Well, what do you mean by that? Do you want to expand?
So I've noticed one thing looking at the Facebook comments, which is slightly spoilery. It's how the Doctor says if he ever doesn't make a certain choice, I wasn't fully paying attention, that he will no longer call him. What the fuck are you doing, Paul?
Paul.
That he will no longer call himself the Doctor, which leads nicely into the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, yeah. Paul, please.
There we go.
Please finish and clean this
And
up.
then
I did like
there's also
that
a bit
moment, to be honest.
later on where it's like, what will Amy Pond choose? And that sort of like could foreshadow Amy's choice later on in the series.
Oh.
Can I turn my video back on for Paul?
What?
Yeah, he stopped now. He stopped
Good.
making phallic images. Oh no, he's carried on again.
Yeah, I've discovered there's a bit where I can disable his video.
This is really quite
me.
unpleasant.
It's that what you see versus what she sees me.
Who's above me, Cameron?
Jagrafest.
Me!
So, Beast Below. That gives me a Beast Below.
Sort of nitpicky thing that I've got quite early, just to tease you into my trivia later.
About the fifth time
They
I've
say
done it.
Scotland has their own ship, which sort of implies they left the Union.
Yeah.
Of course they did.
So why is the Scottish flag still on the Union flag? It's still that Union flag that I've got behind me that is on the side of the ship.
Well, because
it has a Scottish flag on it.
Because in what universe would the British government
give something back?
Also, why? At what point would they ever pretend they've let go of Scotland?
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah.
As soon as I'm showrunner, I'm going to make a Starship Liverpool episode.
Liverpool was seen on the Starship, though.
You know, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. If Scotland can get independence, so can Liverpool.
There was
the Liverpool Tower wasn't as big as Yorkshire, though.
There was a line I really loved on the Scottish thing is when the Doctor refers to himself as way worse than Scottish.
Yeah. In the previous episode, he referred to himself as way worse than anyone.
I'm the Doctor. I'm worse than everyone's end.
And that is not how I'm introducing myself.
My second note is just Matt Smith, and then I love Matt Smith.
Matt Smith,
he is good.
And this is I think this is a really, really good introduction to his Doctor. I mean, I know we've had the 11th hour, like the previous episode before this.
This shows that you can be very serious.
That serves more of an introduction to Amy.
I suppose so.
If you were showing someone the 11th Doctor for the first time, you could only show him one episode. I'd show him this one, I think.
Yeah, because he's very much finding his feet. He's finding his feet in 11th hour, but
in the 11th hour, he's more Tennant than Smith. He's sort of on that sort of like regeneration episode where you act a bit more like the previous Doctor to try and feed people in.
It's weird because they filmed. I don't know when they filmed Beast Below, but the first episode they filmed with Matt was the Weeping Angel two-parter.
It was, yeah.
So it's really weird watching Series 5 back and seeing him he gets more out of his shell, except for him, he'll have shot everything in a completely different order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Madness.
I imagine they shot Amy's Choice, like all of the TARDIS stuff in like a day. Then they probably did that way before they did Victory of the Daleks or something. I don't know. It must be really confusing. Yeah.
There's a great little visual gag right at the start where they're watching the little girl on the monitor. And then he's like Amy's just looking at the whole time, and then he appears on the monitor
and he coughs.
And he does a big cough.
And she shits herself.
Because of coronavirus.
It was the first jump scare of the Moffat era, but not the last.
I'm going for a slash.
I'm going to use this opportunity because I'm very thirsty.
I am also going to... Well, I'm still going to sit here, but I'm going to drink some Vim, though.
I need a piss as well, to be honest. Cut all of this.
So, now that they're gone, let's get down to business, right? Let's talk about Love and Monsters.
Anyway, shall we talk about our beasts below?
Should we talk about our beasts below?
So, have you shaved the cream, or have you shaved like a letter into it, or like a love?
What?
or an arrow.
What?
So this is sort of like the first episode where we properly see the TARDIS in it in series 5, if I remember correctly. Like we don't see much in. We don't see much of it in 11th Hour because it's mostly at the end. But
we get there's a big like sweeping shot at the end of 11th Hour.
It's
But
so
we see
pretty.
it sort of in more detail here, and it is a very pretty set. It's a shame what happened to it in real life.
It's my favourite
What
TARDIS.
happened to it in real life? I want to know.
It got damaged when they moved studios, which is why he has a new TARDIS in the one with Clara.
Is that actually the
It's the
reason?
snowman. Yeah, they were wanting a new set, but when they moved, the set got damaged
Oh man.
in transit, so they had to get a new one.
I reckon Moffat
really
just
love
wanted
that
the new
interior.
one, so he broke her.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, they were wanting a new one, and I think it just helped by the fact that it got damaged. Because I think it ended up partially in the Doctor Who exhibition for a bit.
Do you want a random fact about that interior?
Let's have a fact.
You know, at the side, on the wall at the side of the entrance, where you've got
The
big,
one with the big TV.
the big visualizer. The little hexagonal lights are actually they're made out of flower pots.
I know that.
Oh,
You've seen the same video as me, haven't you?
I have.
I've got a fun fact about the TARDIS interior.
No one cares. Moving on.
Wow.
I'm
Well,
joking.
technically same one. In Christopher Eccleston's TARDIS interior, apparently John Barrowman got his balls out. To everyone else's dismay, apparently.
Apparently, he
they
used
weren't
to do
so
that
happy.
a lot on set. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
know
like a
what?
very John Barrowman thing to do.
I love that he does that because I think it's quite funny. I have a cousin who's similar.
That says a lot
Well,
about
I mean,
the person.
It very much depends on the context.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It can be very funny. I've had
Or
people
it
do
can
it
be
to me
Louis
before
CK.
today.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be which? Oh,
Well,
Louis
it
CK.
can be very funny, or it can be Louis CK.
I've got a
Only
question
do it to
about
your mates who'd be
Beast
charmed
Below.
with it.
Yes, Cameron.
We're not
So,
talking
they
about the
say
Beast
that-
Below.
Oh, shut the
Shut the
fuck
fuck up. They say that the solar flares were destroying the planet and everything, so they went to the stars. What happened with all the other nations? They sort of gloss over that. It's just like, here's Starship UK. Scotland's got its own one.
That's a good
Fuck
point.
the rest of the world. We're not going to mention it.
Where's France?
Oh,
The rest of the
I
world
think
don't
it's-
deserve to live.
Did the European Union go us for Starship EU? Or
I
is
think-
it
I think
Starship
it's
France?
implied all the other nations were able to
Destroyed.
do it quicker, and it's just.
But
it's
did
just
they do
UK.
it quicker because they helped each other and it was a perfect harmony? Sort
I
of
Done it
like
think
quicker
what?
because they've got more money.
I think they did it quicker because one of them hadn't left the EU.
Yeah. There's
Is
a
this-
lot
is
of independence allegories in this.
I'd argue every
Is this-
alien we meet in Doctor Who's British. So
That's true. That's true.
But
Everyone
they're only
else is
British
dead.
because of the TARDIS translation circuit.
everyone else is dead. You don't translate American to British.
No, but if you meet,
You
they
don't
have
sa-
met Americans before,
Guys,
Yeah.
but
but it
all of the
doesn't translate
aliens
it to
speak
British.
British
Guys,
because
you're doing
What
it
the
I mean,
again.
companions are
Cameron,
British.
You're doing that thing
I mean,
again
Cameron.
where you overthink it.
What I mean, Cameron, is when we see humans, they're always British, so all the Americans are dead.
It's because Britain has a bad habit of taking over places we go by just going, "Oh, this looks nice, mine now."
In this case, we let the Americans.
Why is the
have
British
Earth, but then
Museum
we
full of
died.
foreign treasures? Because we wanted them. Yeah. Sorry, got off on a bit
Shall we
of a
get
tangent
back
there.
to this episode of?
Yeah. So
This is
I've-
such a
trying
bad
to find
episode.
another. Amy is still wearing her earrings in all of this. She never loses them.
Why would she?
God, you're
She
really
falls into
desperate
her
for
stomach.
trivia this week, aren't you?
What do you mean she?
often-
That's not even in the trivia bit. That's just in my notes of what the hell.
That means she would have put her
I've
earrings
never-
in before she got out of bed, put her.
She went
earrings-
to bed, had her earrings in, got out of bed, went on an adventure, ended up in the stomach of a star whale, vomited out of it, still had the earrings in.
I don't know if you know this, Cameron, but if something's pinned through your skin, it doesn't often come out.
No, they do. They
Yeah,
come
but
out easily. They do
They
come
got
out.
quite a lot going down that
I-
tube.
Do you know what? Girls
Can't
sleep
go
with earrings
fucking
in and
earrings.
everything.
I've still got mine in.
Yeah, same. They don't come out that often. Is yours also in your foreskin, though?
Oh,
In my
God,
beast below.
cheeky little Prince Albert.
Your beast below. Oh, I wish I had a video with Dan doing.
I've always found the like the setting in this a little undeveloped in places.
Well, you're
'Cause
wrong.
it's
Yeah, you
less
only really see like
economically
2
developed
places.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and also like, what are the Smilers?
Confusing.
I don't know, but they're
Confusing
so
in a term
cool.
of continuity.
They're so cool, though.
They are.
They're
I've
cool,
got a figure
but,
of
like,
one right there.
They
Evil
look,
face, obviously.
but like there's nothing behind them really.
There is.
Apart
There's
from
another
the
face. Oh.
I can
But,
sort of
like-
see what you mean. They're never explained of why they exist because you've got
winders
the
are
winders
very
who do the
confusing.
same job.
Or why you should be scared of them, or
Because they're scary.
Yeah, what it's mostly seen is they can stand up or open the floor in a lift.
the scariest
They
thing.
kill
anyone
children. Well, they don't.
Why-
So.
Why were they just feeding a bunch of people to the Star Wars?
What do you know at the start when the kid fails his exam? Why does that mean he
Yeah.
can't get the train?
Bad boy,
I don't-
Timmy.
Sort
know.
of like a
I
incentive.
don't.
An incentive to get the just don't go to school.
Food.
If you know
That's
you're gonna
illegal.
fail that morning, just bunk off. You don't have to go
So you live on a spaceship. Where are you going to hide?
in your room.
on a different floor.
So you're going to hide in your room where they know where you live because it's quite
Yeah, but you
autocratic
haven't went to school to
dictatorship.
fail the exam.
They still know where you live. They're the thing called the
Yeah,
census.
but they only come after you when you fail your exam.
But he's breaking the law by not going to school, so they'd come after him for breaking the
You
law.
don't know that that's a law in the future.
It's in law now. So I'm going with that.
I would
Oh.
guess based on the setting, it probably is a law.
In some countries, being gay is illegal, and I'm guessing
Right.
that's not in the future.
What has that got to do
So-
with anything?
This could easily not be illegal in the future. We don't know. Times
I really want
change,
to talk. I really want
and
to talk
so
about the.
must I.
I really want to talk about the Tower of London. Basically just the whole scene at the end, because for bits of this episode, I'm kind of a bit mixed on it. Mainly this like underdeveloped setting stuff, but the entire scene in the Tower of London, I absolutely love. Basically, just every second of it. Mainly, Matt Smith is just fucking
I just
brilliant.
love Matt Smith.
When he
He's so
snaps
good.
at Amy, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that silence was definitely.
It's sobered them off.
Yeah, it
Go
is a really good scene, just to give you time to think. I don't really like his monitor. Where's the
What?
flag? That must be really awkward to read. But
Oh, it must be so. Yeah, I was thinking that as
Oh,
well.
Professor
What?
Hawthorne's.
How are you?
yeah. That must be a really bloody awkward thing to read.
Sorry,
But
what? What am I missing out?
He's got like his monitor is
The Union flag.
yes, it's a Union flag, but like each segment of it is a little
Each
tiny screen,
Segment
Oh.
of that is a different screen.
which is an absolute fucking nightmare to read.
I wonder if it goes off if you put a magnet next to it.
This is not entertainment.
Yeah. I quite like the
Shobocast,
bit
which is
between the
not
Doctor and
subtitled.
Amy at the end, where it's just like, did you ever run away from something because
Yeah,
you were scared, not ready, or just because you couldn't? It's just like,
yeah.
it was a long time ago, and what happened? Hello. Because
He's just
in the IMDb trivia page, that is saying that is a reference to him going into the end of time, parts 1 and 2, where it's just like he wasn't ready and he was running away for so long, but it's more a reference to that is how the Doctor started his adventures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he just
it's
ran away.
absolutely- Yeah, it's got
That's a
absolutely
reference
nothing to do with end of time. That is like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the Doctor's MO is he's a scared person who ran away.
Yeah, and he says that at the end of the Five Doctors as well, which Dan can back me up on this. It's just like, oh
I
yeah, so we go and
I wasn't listening. What?
Sorry, what was
the
that?
Doctor running
What was
away.
that, Cameron? What was the name of that episode you just
Ah,
mentioned?
Five Doctors.
No. What's the real name of that episode you just mentioned?
3 Doctors, a bit of Tom Baker, and a guy in a wig.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it. I could get mine, but it's all the way up there.
all the way just behind you.
I'm not reaching for that without leaving the mic.
I could get this, but it's all the way there.
Look how I scratched my arm though.
I can't reach it in the drawer.
You don't even have a cat.
Yeah, end of the 5 Doctors, the Doctor says, "Oh yes, I'm running away from Gallifrey again." That's how this all started, and it's...
After all, that's how it started.
Don't do your 5th Doctor impression drunk, it's not as good.
All of my impressions
Yeah,
are
so
good. I
it's
don't know.
mentioned again here as the sort of thing. I'm trying to find more notes that aren't trivia for so I can talk about them now.
I like it.
I've got one. You can sort of tell something's wrong from the pre-credit scene because it's like the 29th century-ish, and they're still wearing school clothes from like the 80s/90s and everything, all that old-timey setting.
Well,
So it's like, with the 29th century, why are they still using wooden chairs and tables and wearing cotton socks?
why would you not?
Because it's the 29th century.
Still use
I
wood,
think
wouldn't you?
it's part of the aesthetic of the whole ship, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah, but
sometimes
Why
you
do
use
that?
wooden,
It
depending
proves
on the
there's a problem
context.
for later on to solve. And it's Moffat being a genius writer by planting the seeds so early on within the first minute.
It's so
Do you know
clever.
what, Cameron? I think this is nonsense, by the way. Like, why would you ever stop
There's
using
some
wood?
real poo-poo in the pudding
always
right now.
is.
However, do you know the scene where Amy wants to go into the beast below? And
Is this before or after they get clean clothes after they've been vomited on?
it's when the little girl poo-poos the idea.
But you can't poo-poo a poo-poo. Happened to an entire battalion once. They all got poo-pooed. Sorry, I've watched Blackadder recently.
I haven't watched Blackadder since I was 13.
Oh, this is a great episode of podcast, isn't it?
Do you know what's good that Rowan Atkinson's in that's not Blackadder?
James
The-
Acaster's ex-girlfriend.
What? Oh, lad, that's so below the belt, which is exactly where he is. But like,
Did you?
I can't believe that his ex-girlfriend's going out with Rowan Atkinson.
It's not even gone. It's James Acaster's
They're
ex-girlfriend
engaged now.
Left him.
for
Yeah.
for Rowan Atkinson and is
Yeah.
now pregnant with his child.
I can't believe she left him for Rowan Atkinson, you know. Do you know what, though? Good news for you. My uncle met James Acaster because he stayed in his hotel, yeah. And he told James Acaster about how big a fan I was on that. And James Acaster was with a new girlfriend. So he's back on track.
Well, that's good.
So he's doing well.
I do worry about James Acaster sometimes.
Yeah, because
He seems a little.
he's my favourite comedian ever. He's so good. My uncle told him that if he ever agreed to be in an episode of Doctor Who, that he'd be like a god to me. So, you know, I hope that seed's in the back of his mind.
Well, I was
Because
watching.
if he does be made up.
I was watching Tenet the other week, and I could have
10
sworn
ETs.
Teen ET, of course. I could have sworn that the guy who plays young. I've forgotten the name of the actor.
Which Robert Pattinson?
No, Kenneth Branagh.
Who?
The guy who plays young Kenneth Branagh in the flashbacks
What?
was
In
played
Tenet?
James Acaster.
Tenet?
Yeah,
In what? Wait, sorry, go back.
I could have. I couldn't find it on
This is a
IMDb,
podcast about Doctor Who.
Right.
but
So
the guy
who
who
plays
the young Kenneth Branagh looks a lot like James Acaster.
Kenneth Branagh's in Tenet?
Yes.
I
Why is
do
that
not
the thing?
remember this.
Why is that the thing? Have you seen Tenet?
Yes. I didn't
No.
understand any of it. Do
He's
you know
the-
what Tenet?
He's in half the bloody film.
Do you know what Tenet made
You know
me
what
do?
Kenneth Branagh looks like?
Is he the villain?
Yes.
I only know him as like Gilderoy Lockhart and the guy who directed 4. I didn't recognise him at all.
He's the one who talks
He's in
in the
Othello as
Russian.
well.
The one who talks
And
in the
Dunkirk.
Russian accent.
Do you know what that fact just made me do, Don?
Was it made you do a double take?
It's made me do. Buy me, moo, my me.
What?
Dan,
This
you
is
got
not-
anything else to add to Beast Below before we change
What
segment?
the fuck's this?
I meant the
this
other Dan,
really-
who's currently
this-
Wow.
Oh, that one.
But you
Yeah.
carry on, Dan.
trying to engage him.
Yeah, this really cements Matt Smith as my favorite Doctor. He's just he's so warm in this episode. Like,
Sure.
and even though he has like the moment where he like does lose it, I want to hug him. I want to
Yeah,
hug
alright.
him.
Alright, sure. Yeah, okay.
I want to
Why,
hug him.
why don't you go shag him then, Dan? You
I'm
want to
just
beat them
kidding.
so
I
much?
agree.
Nah.
Dan-
Matt Smith's my favourite Doctor too, you know.
Dan,
He's
I
the
think you need
best.
to have a little lie down after this.
I'm fine.
You seem fine.
I've not seen Tenet, so I couldn't join in.
Have you seen Friends where Ross is like, I'm fine, and he's just
No.
not.
No, because I don't like
Have we
Friends.
got anything else to say about this
Wow.
episode?
I've got my trivia bit, but
Yeah, I like...
That's
Trivia.
Trivia.
I don't get a theme tune.
I
No,
can
you
make you
don't.
one.
Yeah, if you want.
Do we need another theme tune?
Well, I don't know. How would the trivia theme go? Everyone... All three of you... pitch...
I have a feeling it'll be very, very similar.
Sorry, Paul. Do that again, so I can sample it. Alright, got it. Okay, I'll make a trivia jingle using that.
Thank you. So, this is Moffat's least favorite episode of the ones that he wrote.
Really?
Yeah.
Bellend.
Wow. This is his least favourite, and he wrote like "Kill the Moon" or something.
I don't think he wrote Kill the
I
Moon,
don't
but
think he did write "Kill the Moon," but he let it happen.
that's why it's the least favorite of the ones he wrote.
Wait, what
The
else did he
IMDb
write?
trivia page didn't give
Right.
the information about his least favorite overall, just that this one was the least favorite that he wrote.
Moffat wrote "Last Christmas." The audacity.
Christmas is a good one. I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's not as good as the Beast
you know-
Below.
You know, Moffat has. He gets a lot of slack sometimes, but
I love
he's
Moffat.
written the most episodes of Doctor Who of anyone who's ever written for Doctor Who.
Does that include classic?
I think it's including classic.
Classic isn't canon.
I think it's
Ah.
including the serials as
He's
one
written
episode.
for every...
Ah.
Well, not every New Who Doctor, but, you know, the first...
Yeah, he has.
He's written for War 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm
I
13.
think it's 42.
Yeah, he
that
wrote a
doesn't-
short story for
that doesn't
13,
count,
but
It does count.
It
It does count.
doesn't. I mean, like,
does
the
count.
umty-ums.
televised.
When we're talking about episodes,
It's not canon.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about writing.
right?
But yeah, so he's written the most episodes, and this is one of the best ones that fans say, this is a really good one if you want to get someone into Doctor Who, show them this one. He's just like, nah, it's shit.
So I can understand why he would think that because
Um,
it is quite underbaked in parts.
yeah. Like, the entire Starship UK, they show like 2 bits of it.
Yeah,
Many of the logos on Starship UK are parodies of the BBC logo and indents from the early 60s, which sort of flashes back to the point I made earlier about them wearing cotton socks and wooden tables and chairs. Like, they've got that 60s vibe, yeah.
it's really going after an aesthetic.
Yeah. A cut line would have stated that there were other Starship nations and they could travel between them, but the UK sealed off its access ports, which is just like, ha, Brexit.
Bloody Brexit.
Like 5 years beforehand. That was only when we were having the thing of, if you vote for the Conservatives, we will give you an in-out referendum, which is still a euphemism for sex.
Bloody Torchwood.
It is his one for Dan Hatton, his music. It is currently the last episode to feature a middle 8 in the closing credits. Which, does our theme have a middle 8?
So, if
I'm going to
anyone,
play it.
Dan,
if
what are
anyone
you
doesn't
doing?
know what the middle 8 is...
What was
What are you watching?
Paul? What are you doing?
Sorry, I just put a video on.
This is
Dan,
not.
get the kazoo.
I
Dan,
can't.
get the kazoo.
I can't have people trying to sleep in this house.
It's your own fault, isn't it?
But that was the middle 8.
That was beautiful.
On a
So it
unplugged
has the
electric
last episode with a middle 8 in the end credits. I should have said this at the start. The episode takes place in 3295.
Mhm.
Oh, it's doing a jump cut again.
Oh, there we go.
Don't
It
Look at
was
that.
watched by 8.42 million people on BBC One and BBC One HD. I think that is the 7-day average viewing figure as well.
Mhm.
There were like 4 viewing figures on the Wikipedia page. I chose the biggest one.
That isn't biased at all.
You've got to always choose the biggest one.
Classic BBC bias.
It's the Wikipedia page. Anyone could have done it. And it sort of continues the shared universe between Doctor Who and EastEnders because the Old Vic is on the High Street in London.
Oh, don't.
And as we all know, they are in the same universe due to dimensions in time.
Which we'll get to.
Episode
We'll
30.
get to eventually.
Will we get to it?
Yes,
Do we
episode
have
30.
to get to it?
And
Hey,
then
you've
one
got-
because I'd been reading a thing on Twitter that one of the Dans had commented on about the TARDIS not being made of wood, and it's like the TARDIS is clearly made of wood, and that'll
me.
piss off a guy on Twitter.
That was me.
Which that Twitter thread made me research police boxes in the UK, and the one the TARDIS is based on was a concrete roof and wooden side panels. So fuck that guy.
The TARDIS is broken. That end of.
Yeah. Any more trivia?
Well, you got very angry then, didn't you? Yeah, I had something to say.
Ooh.
About time.
Oh
Here
no,
we
I'm
go.
just not sure.
There we go. There we go.
Oh,
There we
and
go.
No, Cameron,
Amy's-
Dan's talking.
No, go on, Cameron.
I've still got 2 pieces of trivia. One
Oh,
of them
go
is
on.
Trivia,
what Dan
trivia,
sent
trivia.
me as well.
I was just gonna say about we've got because Dan was saying he doesn't want to do 30 episodes or whatever.
What I was,
We've
no, I
got-
was saying. That's not what I was saying.
Well, we've got
Is Dan leaving the show?
Yeah, gone. Bye.
this is his last one. He doesn't know it, but this is his last one.
That's why he didn't do the news.
That's not what I was saying.
We've got the 3 Doctors coming up soon. That's our 10th episode
Oh, that'll
I've
be
got
nice.
DVD.
because it's the 10th anniversary.
What I meant by that is, do we have to watch Dimensions in Time?
Yes.
Yes. It's on
Yeah,
YouTube.
so-
No, Ledman's isn't it?
Bits of trivia. Amy's age is given wrong in the scene where she votes. They read out a different age to what is on the screen, which is what Dan pointed out to me because I forgot that.
I noticed that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that after Dan told me.
And then the Smilers have 3 faces. They turn around from happy, smiling face to frowning face.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they turn around again to the angry face,
Yeah.
that one, it shouldn't be able to happen, it should just go back to smiley face. But then 2, when they stand up and get shot by Liz 10, there is no face on the back of the head.
I like that. I feel like that's on purpose.
Yeah, maybe it's nanotechnology. But it isn't.
But it's not.
Like
Well,
the
like
Iron Man
I said-
suit.
I'm pretty sure that's like the point of the scene is like
Yeah.
Just
turns
weird.
around
Unexplained.
and reveals the angry face.
It isn't explained anywhere, so I'm classing it
Yeah,
as a
but
continuity error to big
No,
up my
it's
own
not.
section.
It's not.
No,
It's like the point of the
It's
scene.
clearly the point of them is that they have 3 faces, but they should only have 2.
Dan's putting his hand up.
there's
Go on,
another
Bob.
bit I sent to Cameron. I don't know if he's mentioned it yet, and I've already forgotten. But
Probably
the
have.
bit where the Smiler already has the angry face in the shot, and then it cuts to the shot of the angry face turning around. It's just like, huh? When little
said that, didn't it?
Timmy's in the lift.
Oh, little Timmy.
I misread that comment. Sorry.
It's
You
alright,
did
you're
send
fired.
that to me, I just misread it.
I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So do I. Should we do viewer
Shall we move
thoughts?
on?
Viewer thoughts. Paul?
I
Paul,
want to go
your
watch the
shit?
Robert Pattinson.
Paul, you
Oh,
got any mates? Have you got any mates?
I have got
No, he
mates.
doesn't.
Do you know what? None of you do. So
I've got my action figures.
Mummy says she loves me.
So what do you want to do? Do you want? Is that Colin Baker again?
Change, mummy.
A moment too soon.
God,
One day we're going to have to get his cameo thing just for this.
This impression
Oh.
supercut is going to be so long.
We've got to get.
We're only
We've
7
got to pay
episodes
him
in
to
as
say-
well.
It's a Dabma dear.
So are you reading from your mates and I'll do the Facebook post, or do you want to A/B it and go back and forth?
Yeah, I have 2 from one from each of my mates.
Awesome.
So I've
Take
got
it away.
70. No, I'm joking.
It takes you
Um,
away.
Oh, that is a great effort. We have to do.
Right,
we
Paul
fucking
mentioned the
have
Chibnall area. Take a shot.
I'm just taking a drink.
You mentioned the Chibnall area. So while we're on it, the series 11 soundtracks are fucking belted. Right.
I've run out of drink at this point.
So my mate Matthew said,
Cider and Pop Tarts do not mix.
"Fucking hell, Cameron, shut up."
Is that what you said?
Viewer thought.
Wait, didn't we rename this?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just called Buy Me Remind Me.
I'm not saying that again. Me no, he
Do the
no.
segment. Do the segment.
This is
My
your
mate Matthew
fault.
said. My mate Matthew said it's a great episode. I always love that joke at the end about the blowjob and oh wait no.
No, this is about love and monsters.
Oh no,
Paul?
he didn't really
Paul?
say that.
Paul, contain yourself.
It's always in the back of my head. So Matthew said a fairly interesting dystopian sci-fi episode with a good moral message and ethical dilemma. It also has an important part of the early character development. Yeah, it's also an important part of the early character development of 11 and Amy.
Cameron's got an eye stalk from a Dalek.
And we all have a different kind of stuff.
Can I
Know
just
what
say
saying?
I'm
It's
so
our- it's
sorry
our
for...
beast.
I'm so sorry about this episode.
This is an
It's
awful,
alright, Dan,
awful,
because you're going to
awful,
edit it and it'll
awful
be
episode.
amazing.
I'm not editing it.
Dan's going to edit it down to the
And your
solid
other
5
friend
minutes.
said,
Paul,
Who's the other one?
So
we
my
have homes to go
Thank
to.
you,
Wrap this
Matthew.
shit up.
so my
I want to
other
eat my
friend-
pasta.
So my other friend Ed, because his name's Ed.
Hey, Ed.
That was a shit joke. He said, "Used to hate it, becomes shut up." He said, "Used to hate it, become to really like it over the recent years. Absolutely belter of a second episode, and it is a really interesting early look at Matt Smith's Doctor."
Right on.
Thank you, Ed and Matthew.
Shall we transition to Fussy Book?
The fucky
Fucky
book. Fucky
Liam.
book.
Liam, who's a regular, isn't he?
Big man Liam.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned him every episode, if not by name, by comment.
Okay. He said, I rewatched Series 5 for an article, and my opinion about The Beast Below changed. I enjoyed it much more the second time around.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think I agree
I've
with that. I think.
I've always...
Thank you, Liam.
I don't know, I've not... It's not one I've gone round to rewatch, but when we watched it for this podcast, I was like, damn.
Hmm.
This shit good.
Well, It was
I think I
actually like
wasn't-
the first episode after either Rose or the 11th Unearthly Child.
Mm.
Yeah. So I just thought no one ever talks about the Beast Below, so let's do that. And now we fucked it.
Taylor says, the speech... I'm so tired, and I'm so sorry. I sound like I'm really not interested, but I am. I'm just
Do
very
you want me
drained.
to read these?
No, it's fine. I'm here now. The speech at the end is classic Moffat planting seeds. Even he probably didn't know he'd use. That's quite true. The whole thing about changing his name because he won't be the Doctor anymore really pays off after the 50th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that-
forgot about
was
that
cool.
little throwaway. Yeah.
I mentioned it earlier
You did.
Shut
You
up.
did mention it earlier.
because I stole it from that comment.
Paul,
So Dan, yeah, that's a really interesting bit of trivia that you said.
Paul, I'll let you do one.
Oh, okay. Well, just got it up.
You lucky boy.
You
my
little
turn.
man.
So,
Standards for this podcast have
So
dropped so
tired.
low.
Kian said, "It sucks."
I can see where he's going from.
Freddie,
that.
Didn't have to
Freddie
spell it
says,
correctly, though.
I think it's a decent second episode, but goes on, but goes too soon into the Doctor ripping into Amy. Oh, Eccleston did that with Rose, but not until Father's Day. That's true. It's quite a short distance between.
Father's Day's
Well,
a great episode.
I don't know. I think it's trying to achieve something different.
Yeah.
Because
Because Amy's is for selfish reasons. No, Rose's is for selfish reasons.
Wait,
But
it's also like
Amy's just to protect the Doctor.
wait, it's also in Father's Day, it's Rose fucks up, and the whole episode is dealing with that fuck up.
Yeah,
With the Reapers, who are never seen again.
yeah, but whereas
they're in the comics.
in this, it's more of like Amy proving herself as being worth the Doctor's time, because like she makes some like weird choices throughout the episode, but when at the end proves herself to the Doctor by making that final choice.
The weird choice of let's bring a 12-year-old along on the adventure. That
Do you know
could get
what?
us all killed.
Yeah,
Do you know what Moffat does quite a bit
Endangering children's lives.
in Sherlock and
Baiting
Doctor
us
Who?
with classic Dalek props.
In Doctor Who, it starts with the 11th hour. Do you know where it does that shot of the Doctor noticing things?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, the sort of like
in this,
stop motion.
it does it. Yeah, in this it does it for Amy. With like noticing that Star Whale's trying to help them, and then he does it in Sherlock quite a bit too.
I think he did it in that Jekyll and Hyde thing that he did that was really bad.
What?
Yeah, search it
never
up,
seen it.
Jekyll and Hyde, Stephen Moffat. It's very
No, it's
bad.
just-
is that the
don't
ITV
watch it.
series?
Anyway,
Is that an ITV series, Dan?
I might
Years
I
ago.
don't know. It's got
So I
the
remember
guy,
one being
the guy,
there when I was
the
in
guy
year
who's in the
7.
other things.
Oh, him, James Nesbitt.
James, yeah. Okay,
I was gonna
exactly
say
what I
John
was on
Hannah.
about. James Nesbitt. Cold Feet, that's what he's in. And Millions. Have you
It's
seen
from
Millions?
12 years. It's not the one I'm on.
Right, have we got anything else to do? Should we do the randomizer?
We've got one more. Oh, I forgot about the randomizer.
Oh, Dan's awake again.
I'm awake again.
Dan's regenerated.
Wonderful.
And it appears not a moment too soon.
This is not. This is. Oh, this is terrible.
The wonderful, loyal
Chris Fawcett.
Chris has said, brilliant episode. I remember at the time thinking that it kind of felt like a Seventh Doctor era story, but with modern pacing.
Mm.
I think the end of the Seventh Doctor's era is very similar to the modern era.
The bits with Ace.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously
Yeah.
base Rose off Ace, but I mean, like, just the tone of it, and he's definitely right about that. It does feel the Beast
I'd
Below could
say-
definitely be a Seventh Doctor episode.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
noticed recently?
Thank you,
Do
Chris.
you know,
You're an arse.
I think it's the end of World War III. Do you know when Rose says to Jackie, I could be back in like 12 seconds or something, because it's a time machine. That's from Scream of the Shelter.
Is it?
The companion in that at the end says to the boyfriend, it's a time machine, so you could ring, as soon as this goes, you could ring me mum, and I'll be back in my mum's house. And she rings her mum. He rings her mum, and she's not there. So she might die,
I'm gonna
never go back.
I'm gonna make my way over to the randomizer now.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Now
So Russell paid homage to the Scream of the Shelter.
we just want to say
Which is
thanks
cool.
for everyone who keeps in touch and tells us their thoughts and things about stuff, and then listens back to it.
Thanks.
If you want to get
Thanks
in
to
touch,
everyone who continues to listen after this.
if you want to get in touch, you can find us under the podcast name pretty much anywhere, but you can also email shobocast@gmail.com. Dan, tell them
Look at
about
that.
email.
Well, thing is, you simply have to be on email these days.
Okay, I've got the randomizer up.
You have to.
So, at the moment, I got a bit bored one day, so I was just spamming it, and we're on the Sea Devils, but I'm not going to count that, obviously.
I was going to watch that this week, and then I thought,
Alright, so, should I press it?
Amazing story.
Should I press it in
Should we drum roll?
drum roll, please? Of course. I can't do a drum roll because my parents are trying to sleep. But...
I can't find the drumstick.
Nah, I thought you were looking for it. Alright, and boom. Oh! This is weird.
is it Love and Monsters
It's
again?
Victory of the Daleks,
Oh,
I don't think we
which
can
takes
do
place
that.
just after...
We can't
Oh.
do that. We didn't talk
Oh.
about the next time trailer. It was good.
Great.
Yeah, as much as we all love those Daleks, I don't think we can do one episode and then the next one
No,
directly
I'm hoping we
afterwards,
get to
unless
the-
it's a
Same reason we
two-parter.
couldn't do the one after Earthshock the other week. They're just too close together.
Right, choice number 2, drum roll, please. Cameron just panicked and went, I don't have drumsticks. The Curse of Peladon.
What is that?
So-
That's a
the one
Seventh
with the
Doctor
big
one.
eye one.
no, it's a John Pertwee episode.
Oh no, yeah, Pertwee. I'm
Is it
thinking
the
of
I'll
Curse
be
of
down for
Tenric.
watching a poetry.
Broadcast
it
on
with
the
Alpha
29th of
Centauri?
January 1972.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's Is that the
Centauri
first one
from
with
Emperor
Alpha
of Mars.
Centauri or the second one?
It's the first one. No, Monster or Curse. Which one
There's
comes
Curse
first?
of Peladon, and then there's the Fate of
That rhymed.
Peladon, I believe.
I still can't believe
And
they
they're
brought
like
Alpha
set
Centauri back.
Hang on, let me search
a
it up.
generation apart or something, and it shows that they're loosely based.
Monster of Peladon, 23rd of March, 1970. Yeah, Curse comes first. It comes 2 years before. There you go. So we've got Curse of Paladin, Victory
we
of the
should
Daleks,
save
which
them.
we ruled out, and
Save them and do an Alpha Centauri trilogy at
what, and do
Empress of Mars.
Yeah.
But that means we'll also have to watch Cold War.
nah.
Shall we do a third one just in case?
Yeah.
I do like Cold War.
It's a bit of a
I'd rather.
Well, if we
do
don't
them
like,
two
if we don't
together.
want to do the other one, we can just check the Excel spreadsheet like I did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Because it's just essential. And it's the 100th. I think this is true. It's the 100th story of Doctor Who, which is the Stones of Blood.
Ooh, which Doctor is that?
Fourth Doctor, broadcast 28th of October
Surely.
1978.
Surely we should do that for the 100th episode since we'll have run out of anniversary ones.
That's a good point. We will save that one.
Yeah, after we've done 100 episodes of this.
Yes, of course.
Isn't the 100th episode of Modern Who Hide?
I don't know.
I think so. Can we stop now? I want to eat pasta and go to sleep.
Might not be.
Oh,
Probably isn't.
I've forgotten where I put the document. Doodah. Oh, there it is.
I'm so sorry for not doing the news this week.
I'm so sorry that the episode is just really bad in comparison to the rest of them.
I'm so sorry we're not going to release
Can't be
it.
as bad as last week. That's only got 22 views.
If
Yeah,
any,
but
if
this
anyone,
is worse.
if there are any, is anyone still listening at this bit of the episode?
Last week's episode
Go-
was worse, but
go home.
this week's
Go
podcast
home.
is worse.
Stop listening. Why have you done this to yourself?
We haven't
Do- do-
considered that
Man's
maybe
dressed as Ferris Bueller.
people will enjoy the drunk, unorganised version of the podcast more.
That's
I'm not getting drunk every week.
See, the thing is, half of us aren't drunk, which is
Yeah.
Do any of you listen to Do Go On?
yes,
Because there's an episode of that when Matt Stewart
drunk.
had been drinking all day and then recorded the podcast.
Yeah, classic man.
One of my favourite episodes of that show.
So
Ace Creeper has a series where he watches Doctor Who drunk. I'm not sure whether he's drunk when he starts it, because
What
I
you
don't
saying?
know, you could get pissed in an hour.
What are you saying, Dan?
we've got one. Sorry, I just need to gloss over it. Yeah, we've just got. We've got 2 classic stories on the list of things that we'd like to do.
Brain
Oh.
of Morbius.
And that's not on there. We've got 3
Why didn't you put
classic
it there?
episodes. Brain of Morbius is one of them. The Horror of Fangrock, and the 10th Planet. Because obviously we don't want to
Ooh.
deal with the new Who one next week. We like to try and split them up.
See, the Horror of Fang Rock's got the Sontarans are infamous villains, the Ruthons in it, which are just fucking green blobs.
That's true. But the 10th Planet.
I do like. Oh, I haven't seen the 10th Planet yet, but I haven't seen Horror of Fang Rock properly either. I've seen like.
Should we wrap up? Do you want to wrap up?
Well, we haven't chosen which one we want to do.
Oh, well, I thought it was the John Pertwee one.
Are we doing?
What?
Do you want to do Curse of Paladin?
I would like to do a third Doctor one because we've
I'm fine
done
with that. It's my favourite Doctor. So.
we've done a Tom Baker episode.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Wait. Was it Curse or was it? It was Curse, wasn't it?
City of Death
Curse.
done.
Every single episode we've done has been a different Doctor so far.
That's nice.
Has it?
Let's try and keep that
Yeah.
going.
Has it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Not way.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
see you
we've
next
done-
week. I shall round
One
out the show.
We've done 1, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, and 13.
Maybe we
One.
should. Maybe that's how we should choose them then. So we've got
Just
one of
pick a
each for the
doctor.
first 13.
Well,
I
that's
can do
what I've
that.
I've been moving us towards.
The randomizer on the site, I can specify which Doctor we want. So if you want to watch like a 6th Doctor one next week, I can just say
Well, just-
6th Doctor only.
Just
and
select. Can you select multiple doctors?
Yeah.
Select all the ones we haven't done, and then
Yeah. That'd be good.
each week unselect.
All right. So Curse of Paladin next
Great.
week. That'll be cool.
Okay.
Alright, I'll.
You
How
can
many parts is
find
that?
us on all
Not-
sorts
it's not
of
8
things.
parts,
Just
is
search Shobocast. You can find Paul's YouTube channel where he does all kinds of reviews and
Shit.
lots of.
Wow, how
I like
dare
the
you,
reviews that you do and the reviews. They're
Yeah.
cool. And
You're the only
So
one not in a
the
review
reviews
yet.
with 10 views.
I've not been a featured channel on that yet. No.
Okay. Dan, we could review Beneath the Biscuit.
No thanks. So
Oh,
yeah, no,
That's
actually
legal.
we could do that. Also look out for One Fantastic Scene. I'll be on that train soon with Dan and Cameron, but not
Oh,
I'm
Paul.
waving for some reason.
And what else, has anyone else got anything to say?
The individual Twitter that's at Shinsky at Lord Voldemort. I'm guessing this week at I can't remember your Twitter.
Me neither.
Do you know what?
So thanks
You
for
got
Just the
listening.
DJ.
You got mine wrong, and I was going to correct you, but
Oh, is that underscore Shinks?
Shinksy underscore.
I don't care. I just want to eat.
They're in the description below, along with all the other crap we've mentioned this episode.
I'm so
Dan's-
sorry for this episode.
Unless you're not listening on
Bye.
YouTube.
I don't know when
Dan's
this one will,
literally wasted away.
when
I'm
will
so
this one be
sorry.
going out?
Monday or Tuesday, I'm guessing.
Because I don't know if I can edit it tomorrow. Actually, I probably could. Might be out on Tuesday then. So if
Why?
you're listening to this on the Tuesday, congratulations.
You made it to Tuesday.
Please have a good week and
We'll be better next week.
Oh, will we?
be kind to each
Hopefully.
other. And Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Anything else?
Goodbye.
Bye.
I kind of don't want to press stop recording.
Never eat pears.
I kind of
Let's
want to
see
just
what
keep.
happens.
I just
You
want to
know
keep
that
going.
Please respect hospitality and catering staff. We work far too hard for your shit.
Do you know that
Don't
scene
complain
in
you're
the-
neither too blunt. That is a very specific.
Please rate us 5
thing.
stars on iTunes. Doesn't
you
actually
know
help
that-
us, but we'd like it.
Are
Do
we
you know
on
that
funny
scene in
review?
Rick and Morty, where the guy's doing the door commercial, and then they think it's over, and they're like, "Holy shit, he's still doing the commercial."
We still
Podcast.
recording.
We've ended it, and we're still doing it.
No, we're still going.
Oh,
End it
no.
now though, if you want.
Please stop it.
Bye. Goodbye. Bye.
Wait, mate,
Take
Fuck
that,
yourselves.
fuck that.
do you want me to end it
It's
now?
inhumane. No, later.
I'm gonna keep going then.
Finish it.
End it. Please end it.
Now.
Yeah.
Everyone else in my house has gone to sleep.
Please end it. Please.
Dan's tears, they give me a beast below.
Okay, end it now.
No, it's still going.
I will leave this Discord. I will leave this chat.
It's still going.
Please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it.
You're trapped.
Goodbye.
Oh, do you
Pickled
remember
in
that
time
show?
like gherkins
Trapped-
in a jar.
Trapped.
He's
trapped ever
actually
after.
gone. Cameron's gone. We're still going though.
I can't believe Cameron left before Dan.
Dan, you've disconnected your mic.
Oh, is it still?
Cameron's back.
How can you still hear me?
I don't know.
That would-
Oh, there's a microphone in the camera.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Yeah, it does sound. We can barely hear you.
Should I stop recording now?
No.
Please stop recording.
You have to edit this.
I'm not. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to.
Please at least edit out a bit where I say.
Is it stop recording?
No, we're still going.
Oh, you're fucking joking.